Recording in progress. Oh, I gotta go now. Oh no. All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us for another episode of Unfuck the Internet, which again, Amanda, that does not sound as flavorful in my accent as it does in yours. But today we'd like to thank our special guest for joining us today, Miss Laura. Or how would you actually pronounce your last name? Is it
It's Rinati, but that's very hard to pronounce. So you can just say Rinati or whatever.
Renati?
Yeah. Oh, that's really
That's
good.
really good.
Is
Yeah.
it Renati?
Yeah.
Rinati.
Yeah. Very
Okay.
well done. Kudos to you.
I'm natural at this.
So today we're going to talk about Tinder, and more in general, we're going to talk about social media dating. And today we invited Laura because she's single. She's ready to mingle. No, I'm kidding. She's not ready to mingle.
Yeah.
Like you are.
Her phone number is 907.
No, for real. Laura is a producer, and she's also an actress in London.
More of a theater maker, but thank you. Yeah.
Okay, so Laura then is a producer and she's a theater maker in London. She's gonna bring us her perspective.
Literally. And yeah, I've become single recently, actually, because when I first had this discussion with Amanda a few months back, she was like, "Oh, you found the love of your life on the internet, haven't you?" I was like, "Whoa, slow down, girl. Love of your life. Let's not exaggerate, yeah." And that burns now. So
Okay.
it really hurts. No, it doesn't.
So did you guys meet on Tinder?
We met on, well, the thing is, here in London, we have so many more apps than in Italy. I think in Italy, a bit stuck with Tinder. Here we have Hinge or Bumble. They're much better. Like Tinder now has a reputation of being like a hookup app.
Mm-hmm.
So I really don't use it because I'm not that kind of girl anymore. I use Hinge a lot, which is very nice. You can see a person's personality coming through with a like little prompts and quirks. It's very cute. And Bumble is very interesting because another app, similarly, you have to add some like personal quotes and personality traits. And women have to make the first move on Bumble. That's the rule.
Oh.
Yeah.
That is...
Basically, you have to write first, otherwise the match expires.
Exactly. In 24 hours, the woman has to write first. If she doesn't, then the match expires and the connection is lost.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, and it's the most popular here, I think, right now, together with Hinge.
We want to talk about relationships here, and like how do you like social media dating in general?
Well, first of all, I can only give you a London perspective of how it's used here or how I use it. But online dating has become, I think, a necessity nowadays, because in a city like London, people are always stuck on their phone. They don't socialize as much. People are very isolated here. It's such a busy city, and everyone is on social media. Everyone has a lot of FOMO. There's a lot of FOMO here if you're a young person. So you have this pressure that you have to do so much, and you just end up feeling lonely and depressed. It has become a necessity because people don't meet like they used to anymore. And because there is this expectation of meeting online, people try less to meet in person. It's been very interesting to notice like the online dating journey because I came to uni when I was 17, 18 here. And that's just when Tinder started appearing. I definitely agree with you, Amanda. Like it can become an addiction. It all depends on what you're looking for. And because people were looking for different things, so many different online apps have been created. Tinder is like a good thing for swiping, as you said, to get that, oh, someone finds me hot, huh? And having that endorphin or whatever it is.
It's dopamine.
Like some people here take it very seriously, like almost like a chore, like a job. Like I need to find myself a partner. I need to go in there. Let's check what they say under this.
Okay.
The prompts, like it takes a long scanning of a profile. It's really interesting to see how different apps have a different change
mindset to it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a methodology.
Yeah, that's very Tinder. That's very like, swipe. On Hinge, for example, you have to scroll down. You can't swipe. It's actually not a swipe. You have to press either X or check.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, and you have to scroll to the profile and read all what they said about themselves. So yeah, it does give you more of a flavor of a personality.
By the way, there is like one in Germany. I don't remember right now. I don't remember the name, but like I was talking to like a friend, a German friend of mine, and she told me about this application where you don't create an account on yourself, like other people do it for you. And in this case, it's like your friend. So your friend creates an account, sets up an account, and publishes your picture, your description, and everything. And then this person has actually your account. So this person basically is in charge of your account, and what this person does is swiping people and chatting with people, and then decides who you have to hang out with.
Your friend would decide who
yes.
you date. It's like they're setting you up with someone else to do.
Like so interesting. I would love if it like I would love to go on a blind date set up for my friend from the internet. That sounds like really, really fun. I think sometimes your friends know better what's good for you than yourself, especially when you're single. You're just like, you don't really know what you want. It's been a huge realization, like for me as well, because I started looking, basically I always dated men, and then in the past couple of years I started also dating women, and seeing the difference in matching and in how they communicate is another world. I don't understand how any guy gets a date with any girl, because I'm a pretty good looking girl, and I find it hard to get girls to respond to me and to actually meet. So I don't understand how men do it. They're much like women tend to be much less responsive, much more flaky with like, you know, setting a date. And yeah, but usually they're much prettier. Can I say that? I know that's not.
Yeah, you can say whatever you want. Yeah.
If you see that between like the profiles of men and women, like, you know, 7 out of 10 women are like, oh, very pretty, and men you find 2 really hot, 3 meh, and the rest, no, thank you. Like there's just no comparison. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Wait.
By the way, I agree with that.
Has happened recently that made me think so much about online dating. So I was coming back from Croatia, and I'm really terrified of flying. I'm terrified. So usually I take some sleeping pills, which, you know, they put me to sleep, and I fly, and that's amazing. I land, I'm like super high. Great. I was coming back from Croatia with Amanda, and I realized I didn't have my pills with me. And I was like, I cannot board a plane without them. I will shoot myself. I will have a panic attack. So I started chatting to a guy. I heard the British accent. I started chatting to a guy there. And I started telling him how I was scared of flying and what I should do. And he just said, why don't we pretend we are a couple so we can sit next to each other. I will hold your hand, and, you know, that will make you feel better. I was like, yeah, that would help. I don't know if I will still panic, but that would help, because I need to hold someone's hand. And we spent the flight together, pretending we were on a honeymoon. We cuddled. We were like, oh, honey, how should we decorate the house when we get back? We cuddled watching Stranger Things.
Amanda, were you just jealous that this happened?
I wasn't there.
Oh, you weren't? Okay. So we're on flight.
You know, we're still talking, and he probably is not the love of my life. We're not. I think we want different things, but there's just no comparison between meeting someone like organically and meeting someone online. Even though I'm done both. There are also another few apps that I mentioned to you. There's one which is supposed to be against superficiality, which is in which you match with people without seeing their picture. And as you talk, whenever you send a text to each other, you start seeing a piece of their face.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's not very popular though. There's another one which you don't see pictures, you just have audios. And then after a total amount of audios, you can see each other's pictures. Crazy. There's one that is just for sex. So you
get to reveal their sex tape over time, and it's just
that's a great business idea.
No, it's not. That's
like a TripAdvisor but for sex.
Yeah, you know, I was seriously thinking of making that, because there's so many crazy men out there, and women and people that wouldn't it be safe if we made an app in which people can cross-reference on other people on dating apps saying that guy is crazy and don't date him, he's lying, or the woman did that to me. I mean, that obviously would violate I don't know how many privacy laws, but it would make singles' life much easier.
Okay, under their profile, it's good from behind, rated
what
by
if,
Jessica.
like, the experience of one person, like you have,
it's so much better than I swipe right. But I guess that's just reality nowadays. I guess that's how people meet, and you can meet. I think I'm a strong believer that you can meet amazing people online.
Oh, for sure.
On dating apps and
yes,
even on social media. A lot of people I know have met on social media just like by liking pictures of a friend, which is very different than it's very different.
Whoa.
I know a few people that have met on Instagram.
Yeah.
What? Wait, actually. So that's a thing? Because as a guy, I'm gonna have to take a step back here because guys, for guys, that's creepy. Like that's just weird.
What? You're the creepy ones.
No, it's not. Isn't it strange if you're just like browsing friends of friends, like unless they're tagged in it?
But you don't do that. It doesn't work like that. It's like a person has pictures, and like this other person comes like to the other one profile, and it's like, oh my god, full pictures here as well. And then you start conversating on answering to Instagram stories and everything, and then that just happens.
Okay. In my mind, it sounded more like the guy or the girl is like, oh my god, I saw you. You're like the friend of like the friend.
Oh no, that's creepy.
Yeah.
That's creepy.
Yeah, definitely.
I will never answer to something like this. No.
Exactly. Okay.
Just I think love itself is fucked up. Like how it works. Like you meet someone and you're like, yeah, I like this human. I want to be with this human. I will share my saliva with them and cuddle and do cute shit together. And then you break up and you're like, I don't know this human anymore. They're out of my life. That shit is traumatic. You know what I mean?
It is.
Amanda, maybe we should form like caveman dating, cavemandating.org, me look for mate.
I am not opposed to that. I wouldn't mind that. I like me a good old caveman. You know what I mean? So yeah, I wouldn't be opposed. But well, online dating, you are on your own. It's very different. It's much like in a way you're much braver because you kind of don't give a shit because you're never gonna see the people again. And I think there is less of that approval and chemical reaction on dating apps because you're trying to form a connection with someone. You're not just trying to put something out there and that's it. You're actually wanting to make a real human connection.
Oh yes, for sure. And that's similar to my mindset where I don't post a whole lot to social media anymore.
Yeah.
Just because I think I had a feeling recently of like, you know what? Like back in the day, I probably would have made a story about this on say like Instagram, but I feel nothing for that like now, I think I was taking a picture for something. I'm like, no, I'm just like, I don't care.
Yeah. Also like another thing that about talking about sense of humor and being funny. On social media, everyone's life seems to be so perfect and everyone is so this, and that's where the FOMO of our generation starts. Oh my god, person's doing yoga, but they're also successful, but they have a relationship. Why don't I? That happens in the back of our heads. Well, on dating apps, from my experience, the most successful profiles are so self-deprecating, and that's the best thing that you can find in a partner, someone who makes fun of themselves, not like, oh, look at me, I'm doing yoga at 6 a.m. I want to have a smoothie, and people that actually make fun of themselves and are real, not that. On dating apps you have to sound real or you're not gonna get a connection. On social media you're just this idol and this fake perfect.
This is so true what you just said.
Yeah. This is why I think, Amanda, you can agree with the statement I'm about to make, but I always tell people I'm a much better speaker than I am a texter. Because I feel text to me sometimes feel inauthentic. Like it's hard as somebody who I like to talk, I like to communicate with people. It's easier for me to like use my words when I'm speaking than it is for me to like think in my brain and then type them up. Like I'm much better face-to-face communicator than I am in anything else. So that's why even when I'm texting with people, I'm like, can we just like make this a phone call for any reason? Or can I make this like an audio just the way I can like express myself better? Because if it's just gonna be me saying like ha 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 winky smiley face, like I just, you get the thought across there. But to me, I'm like, I'm trying to convey what I'm thinking and feeling right now, but it's just, I think they received it well, but I always am second guessing that. I'm like, I don't feel like my full thoughts are coming across.
You know what? I totally agree with you, but I think you and I could never date. I'm sorry, because I hate audios. I find them lazy. And I prefer text communication. I mean, obviously it's nice to have a nice call and everything, but I don't have time to listen to your audios all the time during my day. So just let's communicate via text and then have a call here and there, show more personality. But yeah, I think that's another mode in which communication.
Everybody's different. That's the thing, Everybody always has their preferences and how what works for them and what doesn't.
Yeah, I totally understand what you mean, though, especially with the famous lol. How absurd has lol become? Like lol means laughing out loud, and most of the times we're like typing with a like sad face, lol. Like it's become just absurd.
Okay, this might sound weird, but one of my biggest pet peeves is not knowing how to respond to somebody's text, because there's no like opening. I'm like, what do I say here? I like talking with people. I know, even if it's friends or family, I'm like, I don't know what to say here.
Why in that case you just send just a random weird picture of a goat or something really odd? That's what I would do.
Wait, seriously, you just send like a goat picture, like a random picture?
Yeah, bah, those ones. If I was like talking to a guy and the conversation went dead, I would send something really random and see how they respond.
Okay.
Because again, like randomness and sense of humor is so important to me.
I agree so much. I'm just into that mood, I'm that kind of girl.
Or you could just say, oh, what do you think about the conflict in Israel right now? Like you could play it smart, or you could play it with a goat picture. I am a goat picture kind of girl.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So,
okay.
Actually, I was meant to.
I might take that note for later.
Yeah.
The
and there's
random
so many
goat
goat pictures and videos of goats screaming. So yeah, definitely. Hope you find a goat girl. Sometimes.
Hope you find your goat. I've never heard of a more specific and yet so heartwarming statement as "I hope you find your goat girl."
Yeah, goat girl. Yeah. That'll be such a cute story. I sent her a week ago, and I knew she was the one. And actually, I was meant to go on a date tomorrow night from someone that I started talking to on a dating app a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
And then I've been on holiday, so I've been like flaky myself. So I don't know whether to go or not, because I'm so discouraged about love right now and meeting people online. But at the same time,
have you sent him the goat pic?
I haven't. Because conversation has been really good. But I don't know.
Wait. Send him Amanda's fish shoes.
That I think as I will do that after a couple of days we haven't talked. I'll send her the pictures of Amanda's.
Should I buy these? Question mark.
Yes. I hope the people listening will see these, because these are the most amazing,
the fish shoes,
and most horrible thing ever seen at the same time. I think it should be.
Amanda, I gotta say, I'm disappointed myself, because not in the shoes, but because you told me that you can find them on Amazon. I could, but I can't find them in my size.
Do you have any like good advice for first dates, first online dates?
Yeah. I think I would say just be authentic, just be yourself.
Yeah.
Don't try and pretend anything that you're not, because if you are, then they're gonna find out eventually, right? Like it's similar to like saying, oh, I'm 6'7", 200 pounds lean, and then when they see you in person, they will know, like they'll see like right through any kind of like fraud that you put up. So long as you're yourself and you just put on your face,
right,
you'll have a better experience than
I'm a mess from the beginning, so they don't have high expectation. They can only go up. Yeah, that's
Start
a
off as a mat. Yeah, only
yeah,
post your drunk pictures online on your profile. Just
yeah.
the pictures that your friends take of you sleeping or passed out, or the ones that are not mentionable
Yeah.
in online
You should like
conversations.
make the
Yeah.
shittiest worst possible profile and then you can only go out from there. I mean, if you get any likes.
Just don't worry about a thing because every little thing is going to be all right.